Hello guys, welcome back to another interesting video. Today's video is from Fox News and it's titled "Mom Dresses as a Cat to Combat Woke Schools." Like there's been a pandemic of this transgender conversation. It's been a pandemic, honestly, from videos of seeing parents dragging their kids or taking their kids to trans drag parties, parents dressing up as, parents coming to say that their kids can identify as whatever, regardless of their gender, to, parents indulging their children to be who they wanted to be, even as kids. Like, it's becoming a pandemic. It's becoming troubling. It's becoming worrisome, right? Now, this video is from Fox News, and this woman is actually dressed as a cat, addressing, I don't know, maybe a school. I just hope the children are not there. It's just the parent, because I don't know, it's just a bit troubling. My name is Ogechi, and if you're seeing my face for the first time, hello. Do well to click on the red subscribe button, like this video, kindly share, drop a comment what you think about this conversation, turn on post notification bell so you'll be the first person to get notified anytime I drop a new video. And to all my returning subscribers and viewers, you guys are the absolute best. Okay, thank you for always coming back. Do well to share this video and drop a nice comment and like also. So you know what, let's just get straight into the video, because I would love to drop my comments about this. I'll be dropping my thoughts during the course of this video and after this video. Let's get started.
These officials put kids' lives in danger to protect what exactly? We don't know. Any kid in those schools could tell you that men and women are not the same. Just like they could tell you this cat lady isn't a cat.
I am a cat.
How can a parent or a woman or a mom dress as a cat, identify as a cat, and then come to school? Obviously, you I don't know why we don't want kids to grow up as kids. I don't know why we want to make our kids even more confused. A woman comes to school dressed as a mom. Imagine what her kids will be going through psychologically, like mentally, what we're going through in their head. Because I'm always very worried, like what's going to be going through, especially her kids. You're coming to school and you're identified as a cat, addressing. Anyway, let's just watch it.
I am a cat. Meow, meow. I'm not a woman dressed as a cat. I am a cat. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe and confess that I'm a cat? Great. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe that your child or a child from this school would believe that I'm actually a cat? No one. You are right. Truth prevails over imagination. Reality exists. Discernment is innate and something we are biologically wired to have. One look at me and you know this to be true. I am a woman posing as a cat.
Lindsey Graham, the cat lady herself and host of the Patriot Barbie podcast, joins me now. So, Lindsey, what was actually happening at this school district?
Okay, I think what was going on there, we are still watching, so we are still trying to wrap our heads around it. But what I think was going on there is the woman dressed as a cat. Maybe she's not identified to be a cat. She's trying to, like they said, combat woke schools, right? Making them understand that the fact that you look like a cat, the fact that you are confessing to be a cat, doesn't make you a cat. You're actually still a woman. Okay, so I think she's trying to address like that conversation, which I think is making sense. Let's continue.
It made you have to dress up as a cat to prove your point.
Well, first of all, Jesse, I'd like you to not misspecies me. I'd like to be addressed as a cat for the entirety of this video, of course.
Of course.
So
I apologize.
This was in my... Thank you. Just inclusivity is all I ask, This was a local school in my neighborhood where there was a member of the school board whose name is Paul Bixler. He is a man. He's very clearly a man. And the only thing he does to identify as a female is put lipstick on. He grew his hair out a little bit, and he wears his deceased wife's clothing to school. two sporting events, two fundraisers, two school events in front of the children. And believe it or not, he actually demands on being identified one of two ways, either Paul, which is a man's name, of course, or Miss Bixler. So it's very clear that he has a gender identity crisis. And not only does he appear in front of the children and insist that the children, define him as a woman, but he sits on the board and he's making decisions for these children. And the point that I was trying to make as a cat was that, obviously, you can't just identify as whatever you want. And you can't demand that other people identify you as whatever you want. But someone with this kind of mental illness can enjoy that mental illness all they want in the comfort of their own home. But when you put them in charge of children, we're talking about a new type of indoctrination. And that's what's really terrifying.
Thank you. Thank you. You can decide to be called whatever you want to be called, but don't put yourself in front of children. I feel like anybody that has kids around people like this, the kids should be taken away from them, because you are indoctrinating them. You are giving them a teaching that is not even right. You are trying to teach them this is the right thing and it is the wrong thing. Putting such ideologies in front of children is very insane. I get what she's saying right here. I understand totally what she's going to say.
So what's really terrifying is seeing these people in charge of our kids' education.
Yeah, if he has to grieve over his dead wife, he can grieve privately, but wearing his deceased wife's dress and putting on lipstick and growing your hair out and insisting you're a woman in front of, what grade is this precisely?
Kids.
This is elementary school. So these are young, vulnerable minds. And the teachers, the rest of the school board are identifying him as mixed while he's talking in just the deepest manly voice that he was born with. And so to see these parents and these adults take no responsibility for the education of these kids and to teach them true right and wrong and true biology and true facts and science and truths is just so alarming that we have this in the school system.
Real quick, when you did this at this hearing, did people understand? How did they react?
This is a great story, actually. The next day at the gym, I saw one of the members of the school board, and he looked at me a little odd. I said, "I'm sure you don't want to remember who I am." And he said, "The cat." And I thought he would proceed to chew me out. And he said, "You know what? Thank you so much for getting up there and saying what you said. Thank you for being bold enough to speak truth. I've been fighting this agenda. I've been fighting this teacher and this school board member. There are people on our side, and all it takes is just a few of us to stand up and speak truth and find those partners in crime, if you will, and then we really can unite together and fight back against this and save our children."
What kind of exercises does a cat do at the gym?
Oh, gosh, there's got to be something zingy I can say here. Lots of squats, litter box press, kitty nip presses,
All right, meow, meow. Thank you very much. Lindsey
Meow, meow,
Graham,
indeed.
not the senator.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our...
So I totally get what that woman tried to do. She was actually very bold and brave to put down this agenda. Like, it's becoming a pandemic. It's okay if you want to, even though it's not okay for me, but okay, you are an adult, you're a grown-ass man, okay, you can decide to identify as whatever, but putting it to elementary kids, that's insane. Like, that should be put, like, it needs to be put down immediately, quickly, because driving this agenda into kids that are already so curious. The society is sickening already, and you as a parent, because okay, you lost your wife, you're not putting on lipstick, wearing her dresses, growing your hair, and you are put in charge of those kids' life. You're making matters worse. Okay, this agenda needs to be driven out of the elementary school. Let's allow children actually grow up to understand and know themselves. Let them understand that they are going through puberty and that puberty is not a disease. Let them grow to become kids. Let them enjoy their childhood. Let them understand we need parents to be more responsible and be more responsive, and to understand and know that these kids needs to be guided properly. Okay, when they now grow up to be adults, they can now choose what they want when they already know the truth and the right thing. Let me know your thoughts on this conversation. This is very sensitive, very important, very timely. We need to push this out. Parents, teachers, children, school children, college students, everybody needs to see this video and all of that. Anyway, my name is Faith Ogechi. My name is Ogechi. Do well to click on red subscribe button, like this video, and I'll see you in my next conversation. Yeah, bye.